good. How are you,
I
Kristen?
know. So we are bringing in a little bit of the mixology because you always see us kitchen. Everything is culinary on the food side for chef.
Absolutely.
I get to jump into my world.
And I feel good for you right now. I'm supporting this.
You're supporting me.
This is your game right here. I'm stepping out.
This
Give
was
me
my
give me a little shot here so I can step out. I don't want to get hurt.
Shot. There we go.
Hey.
Special edition for the chef.
Yes. Yes.
All right, that's it. That's
Okay.
me. I'm out. Have fun.
That's it.
Kill it.
Tag.
Thank you,
Don't
chef.
hit anyone in the
Tagged
head with
in.
that bottle.
Right. Yeah. Keeping it classy.
So we were talking. We're here at the World Food Championships. So you have to introduce yourself to everybody first.
Sure.
So.
Hi guys, my name's Vache. I work downtown in Las Vegas at Circa Resort and Casino, and I've been a Flair bartender for like 22 years.
So you've been doing the Flair portion for 22 years. Did you start that as soon as you started bartending?
I did.
Okay.
I got right into Flair. A few years later, ironically, I met into Francesco, one of the organizers of the World Mixology Championships. That was just here. So big shout out to them. Thank you for having me. And in full circle now to be back involved with Francesco, but I did get involved with mixology early on.
Okay.
And I was doing mixology competitions along with Flair competitions, but more Flair heavy.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people in the restaurant space, I think it's become a little more prevalent now that they know about competition. Like the bartending competitions were always reserved for the people in Vegas, Chicago, New York, Miami. Like you saw the big guys always showing up. But I think it's kind of reached more of a, as we come into the craft cocktail era, more of the herbaceous, like all of these, you're drinking a fucking garden. Like at this point, like you're really eating your drink.
There was a pizza drink and
Really?
El Pastor taco style margarita drink today. Like the culinary mixology amalgamation is something that we've these guys are peaking right now. They're going for $20,000. So they're taking out all the stops. I mean, we saw some good stuff.
That's
today,
a good tip. So if you're, and if we've had some of our, we've had our bartender episodes, on the show for Burnt Hands already, and I think we kind of had one that was old school versus new school.
Nice.
So, it was like, I'm old school. I've been out of the game for 10 years, but I did it for 15 before that.
Wow.
So I did it. I never learned to Flair because I am a female. And females typically do not have to learn to Flair as much because you already have things that shake, so you don't need to shake other things. So we kind of have that side of it where I always wanted to learn it and I never learned it. So do you teach it or do you just, you do everything with it now?
Yeah, I do everything. I've been in the game for so long now. I'll judge competitions. I teach master classes. I work still.
That's awesome.
And I do shows, demos, whatever you need.
So you're everywhere, literally. So when you're starting people out when it comes to basics of Flair, what would you say your best setup is to start? How are your first couple of steps?
Right here. I say keep it simple. You go one bottle, one shaker. This is your bread and butter. As for getting started, I would learn to just throw and catch these items in different ways. I would start with tins because although they are sharper,
well, they don't break.
Because they don't break. Exactly. So,
well, I know they make Flair bottles for practicing that are like the hard plastic. Are those similar in weight when you're dealing with that for training?
They are, but the way they go in and out of the shaker
is different.
Yeah, it's different. It's
you get that rubber
so
stick. So it's okay.
So I love glass. I'm a big glass guy.
All right. Well, I mean, it is very eco-friendly.
Yes. Don't try this at home, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone, anything you just saw,
don't try that
don't
until
do
you
it.
Be on some carpet or something really soft.
And I tell people whatever kind of bar you work in, whether you're doing mixology or a dive bar or this or that, you got to reach for something, right? You're reaching for the pint glass or you're reaching for a napkin, a straw. There's opportunities to add a little bit of flair without putting on like a sequence or doing like a routine. There's so many opportunities, even like a bar spoon or like a jigger. You can have a lot of fun with some quick flash.
Okay, when I've seen you do some of that on stage with like just shaker tin spinning and it just stays spinning. So I see, and I'm like, it's cool because you're working in so many different elements of it. All right. So as we know, I'm way out of practice. And I don't know really anything else. It's been so long since I've done anything. So you're going to teach me one thing.
Okay.
We'll start with something basic. So, we're here with Tito's. They're here at the World Food Championships. They have the Airstream here, so it's a pretty cool setup. So thank you for letting us invade your space.
Right. Yeah. Thank you, Tito's. Yeah. So just first one is kind of just seeing if you can even stall it.
Okay, and that's called a stall.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we have different places we like to stall it, either on the elbow or wherever you want, and you just kind of have fun with it, and then eventually you can kind of
Okay. Oh yeah, it's so easy.
Throw it to different.
I'm gonna drop this shit in like
throw
2
it to
seconds.
different spots, you know.
Okay.
So see which one feels
What
most
feels
comfortable.
the best? Okay.
And
so
I think the hand and this are the two easier
so
ones.
usually you're on the back of the hand.
Yeah, a little
Which
bit more
is it
forward.
different for men and women when you're like trying to like far as my hand is bony as hell. So
I think it's different for everybody.
Yeah, when you're in that, yeah. So you just gotta find the spot that it actually balances.
There you go.
Okay.
That's really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's sad. This is like, and so did you ever juggle or do anything before this?
I did not.
Okay, so you went right into this.
Exactly.
Okay,
And
because
then
I know.
I learned to juggle with bottles and shakers.
Okay, so from here, what are my best?
See if you can even throw it to your left hand and catch it.
Just this side? That way.
Okay,
so that's something. Okay.
Now, can you rotate it forward, like towards me? So, like, flip it. Watch your face.
Oh, flip it to top up?
Yeah. That was pretty good.
Okay.
That was pretty good.
All right.
One more time.
All right, ready?
Ooh.
I get aggressive with a lot of things, so I have to tone it down. A little lighter?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go.
And now the hardest part is to watch the bottom and then
where it lands in the same
it.
spot.
Yep.
So repetition is key. I mean, how long did it take you to nail your first, like, so people don't get frustrated? Because I think they get frustrated and give up.
This to do it like clean, it's going to take you a long time. It's gonna take you a long. Coming to you.
So
everything is Flair.
I know. Even that is somewhat Flair. I mean, that's old. I haven't done that stuff in so long. This is really fun, but I'm getting back into it.
How about a thumb roll? Like this.
Back. Okay, let's try that.
It basically just going to rotate on your thumb, so it just stays there. It's not a throw.
Okay.
It's a little rotate.
All right, let's try that because we'll see.
Oh, that's really close.
Almost. So now I got to go home and practice all of this shit like later. So
I got this move down good with a ketchup bottle. Like that's
ketchup.
I used to work at Fridays. I was just I was ketchup.
Almost like the Flair needed on the vest kind of restaurant.
Exactly.
So, all right, I could get, so that I can start getting faster at. So I'm going to have to do, there it goes.
There it goes. First one.
That's why we don't do glass. But all right, so that's fun. So when you're starting to progress, for people doing it just over and over again.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, if you want to do a nice easy one here, you can, I guess you can you go like this? How do you feel about this?
This could go really bad.
Yeah?
That's probably not going to happen right now, but I can pass it to this hand.
Okay. How about I show you the little whirly move that you kind of like?
Yeah, that was fun.
So you're just going to hold it in your left hand. We're not going to throw it.
Yeah, so just spin it around your head.
We're just going to put it into our right hand.
Okay.
So your right hand's going to be here.
Throw that bottle in a circle. Yeah. We're going to do that.
And then don't grab here. We're going to grab the body, okay?
Okay.
So it's just going to go like this. And then I'm going to put about this much in, and then just go along the edges.
And just swirl around.
And just kind of swirl around.
And just let it set.
And then once you get it.
So that'll stay. Okay.
At a certain point.
All right. I like those. Okay, let's try it. Why not? They're just going to laugh at me. I'm going to be back at the house later with the wine bottle trying to do this shit. I love it. All right, so you're here.
Left hand.
We're starting in the left hand.
And then you're going to
We're just going to pass around this here. All right.
Yep.
So reverse it. We need that little sound effect.
Smash down for and reverse.
Sit. You're from Manippuquin. Okay, all right.
Of course
she's from our area, so it's okay. We're all there. All right, so from here, passing back to here.
Yep. Wait, stabilize. Go ahead, pull it out. Nice. First try.
Ta-da! I did one.
First try.
You're a great teacher. I love you. You're amazing.
That was amazing. Like no one ever gets the first try.
Okay, well that one I can do. So we found one thing that I'm good at here that I can bring back into the repertoire.
Amazing.
Of it.
There you go. Yeah, that's a good
okay. Well, I completed one of my tricks. This is one of our first kind of shift drink segments for the show because we haven't incorporated as much of the bartending.
Sure.
And that is,
well, here you go.
You're the face. Like you're the front, you're the experience when people come in. So where are you at now?
I'm at Circa Las Vegas and Fridays and Saturdays.
Okay,
on the weekends.
So we can find you there still. So now we got to make a trip to Vegas.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready to go to Vegas?
And you can find us online too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And shout out, where's your Instagram? Because I know you show a lot of you show a lot of tricks and everything on there.
I do a lot of videos, on Instagram, TikTok. You can find me at flyin.v. It's flying, no G, dot.
Flying.
V
We
for
flying.
Vache.
Okay, well,
We
this
be
was
flying.
fun. We want to
Thank you
say
so much. Yeah, that was great.
thank you, Tito's, for being here with us because this was awesome. And they let us bombard their space.
You
You're
nailed it.
amazing. You've done
Thank
a
you,
great
Francesco.
job. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for teaching me a trick.
You're
Now I gotta
welcome.
practice. Okay, we'll do more of that later. But thank you for being on the Burnt Hands. We appreciate
You're welcome.
it.
Thank you for
All
having
right.
me. Pleasure.
Cheers.